It was 5:58 a.m. when Amina unlocked the back entrance of Strathmore and Company, a towering marketing firm nestled in the heart of Dubai's Business Bay. The city lights still shimmered like stars against glass buildings, and the world was mostly silent, except for the soft whoosh of buses and the quiet rustle of newspaper vendors setting up for the day. Amina liked this hour. It was hers. No eyes watching. No judgments. Just her and the quiet rhythm of work. She was a cleaner. A recent immigrant from Morocco. Shy, soft-spoken, invisible in most people's eyes. But to her, the floor she mopped and the desk she dusted were a kind of poetry, an act of quiet contribution. As usual, she started on the top floor, where the CEO's office sat like a throne room, sleek glass doors, Italian leather furniture, and a view of the city skyline. She never touched anything on the desk without gloves and never lingered longer than necessary. But that morning was different. As she wiped down the executive reception counter, a sharp, unfamiliar ringtone echoed through the empty space. Amina jumped. The phone behind the desk, usually answered by the receptionist, was ringing. Its screen glowed with an international number. Seoul, South Korea. She froze. Her eyes darted around the room. No receptionist. No manager. No one would be in for another hour. The phone kept ringing. Her heart pounded. She had never answered a company call before. It wasn't her job. It wasn't her place. But something in her gut told her this one mattered. With trembling hands, she picked up the receiver. HLO, Strathmore and Company front desk, she said in a hesitant voice. There was a short silence, then a voice, clear, formal, and slightly impatient. This is Mr. Min J. from Orientatech, Seoul. I have a scheduled call with Mr. Farouk regarding the rebranding contract. We confirmed 6 a.m. UAE time. Amina's breath caught. Orientatech. She'd seen that name in emails she accidentally read while cleaning computer screens. This was a company everyone was talking about, worth over $30 million in global business potential. Their rebranding deal was the firm's lifeline for the next year. I'm so sorry, sir. Amina stammered. Mr. Farouk is not in yet. The office opens at 8. Silence again. This is extremely disappointing, Mr. Min said sharply. We only had this window. We may need to reconsider our partnership. Panic bubbled in her chest. She didn't understand contracts or marketing strategies, but she understood tone. This was not just a delay. It was a potential disaster. And then something inside her sparked. I speak Korean, she said suddenly in near-perfect Hangul. There was a pause on the other end. Then you do? Amina blinked. Even she was surprised she'd said it. Before moving to Dubai, she had studied Korean for 6 years in Rabat. Her dream was to be a translator, but her family's financial situation had forced her into different work. Yes, she said, more confidently this time. I studied Korean linguistics before moving here. If you'd like, I can relay a message or help until Mr. Farouk arrives. There was another pause, then a slow, intrigued reply. All right, let's proceed briefly. Amina scrambled to the front desk computer, accessed a project file from a shared drive, something she had seen done before, and began translating Mr. Min's questions and notes into English, then responded calmly and respectfully in Korean. For 30 minutes, she held the call, took detailed notes, and ensured all the key concerns were heard and acknowledged. Her hand shook the whole time, but her voice didn't. At exactly 6:43 a.m., CEO Hassan Farouk walked into the lobby, coffee in hand, Bluetooth in ear, and clearly already tense. He was mumbling to himself when the receptionist caught up with him. Sir, you need to come to the front. Now. When he entered, he saw something that made him stop in his tracks. There was Amina, the cleaner, seated confidently at the reception desk, headset on, speaking fluent Korean with poise and grace. Across the screen, Mr. Min was smiling. She's been extremely helpful, he said when Farouk was introduced. This woman saved your company standing with us today. Her professionalism is rare. Farouk could barely process what he was seeing. Amina stood up, nervously tugging at her uniform. I'm sorry, sir, she whispered. I didn't mean to cross any line. I just didn't want the company to lose the client. He looked at her for a moment. Then slowly he smiled. No line was crossed. You lifted the whole company. That day changed Amina's life. By 10 a.m., she had been officially offered a position as the language liaison and junior cultural strategist. She would no longer be cleaning. She'd be working in the very boardroom she used to sweep. Within a week, her story spread. First in internal emails, then on the company's LinkedIn page, then across UAE media outlets. Cleaner saves multi-million-dollar deal with one call. But Amina didn't care about the headlines. She cared about what came after. The first time she walked into her new office, employees stood and clapped. The same people who once walked past her as if she didn't exist now stopped to ask how her weekend was. And a month later, during a company-wide meeting, Mr. Farouk stood at the front of the auditorium and said, "Let this remind us, talent has no title. Courage wears no uniform. Sometimes the brightest minds walk the quietest halls. And sometimes the person we overlook becomes a reason we succeed." It doesn't matter where you start. It doesn't matter if you're seen or ignored. What matters is who you are when the moment comes. Behind every quiet worker is a world of brilliance waiting for a chance. Don't let your current role define your worth. Your opportunity might come when you least expect it. Be ready. Be bold. Comment below. What hidden skill are you carrying quietly? Subscribe for more powerful, true style motivational stories. And remember, your moment is coming.